What happens when your home crypto miners catch on fire? What's going on, crypto miners, and welcome back to the channel. As a home crypto miner, I know that I've lost a little bit of sleep over the years with concerns about a home fire. I've had my smoke alarms actually go off. Granted, they were false positives, but I was scared for just a few minutes thinking that I had a home fire, whether it was in my basement with my miners, out of my garage, or in my shed. These electrical fires do happen with our crypto mining hardware. So I thought I took the right precautions and bought a bunch of these, but I was wrong. If this is your first time on the channel, this is my home ASIC mining shed. And I installed a whole bunch of those little mini fireballs. And let me show you. So I actually thought that I took some really good precautions here. So we have each of my PDUs has one of those fireballs above it. They're called OSIM auto fire off balls. And we got, one above our PDU here. Each PDU has two ASICs. So we got like 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, this PDU cluster just has the one above it. But then down below, check it out. We got more. Look at all these balls under here. Just trying to take some precautions if there's ever an electrical fire. I even got one up here with my network equipment. Now over here makes a little more sense above my electrical panels because these things, they get warm. And we got one up there, one over there. Look at this monster one up top here. And then when we come over, even these ASICs over here underneath, look, we got more there and another one there. So I tried to put these auto fire off balls everywhere I could where I thought if there's ever a fire that they would go off, not only save my equipment, but also stop the shed from entirely burning down. So over the last few years, there's been a few people that have reached out to me skeptical of these. And actually someone more recently linked me an article about this OSIM company, the Auto Fire Off brand, and actually let me know that these are not very effective. Believe it or not, there was actually some verbiage in there calling these cheap Chinese knockoffs. So now I'm super concerned that is this just a paperweight and doesn't actually work properly? So I spent a bunch of time looking into different alternatives, doing some research, watching a bunch of videos, and I found a company in upstate New York called eFire USA. I like their slogan, anytime, anywhere, automatically. And a lot of their target customer base is actually crypto miners. So I thought, let's get one and put it to the test with a real fire with real crypto mining hardware. All right, check this thing out. This is huge. I did not expect it to be this large. This is like really, really heavy as well. Let me see if I can even get this. I can barely even get this out of here. Let me open this here. I love the massive cradle that it comes with for mounting, which is really, really nice. Now let's take a look at this thing. I gotta palm this thing. Here we go. Oh my gosh. That was huge. All right. So this is what we're looking at today. This is the eFireball from eFire USA. Let's kind of scroll around here. It's got instructions and we have a regular ordinary fire there. It's a gasoline and electrical. Primary use, install, mount in areas of concern. Secondary, roll into active fire. I don't think we're going to be doing that today, but I am going to go ahead and test this product today with an active fire, which will be pretty sweet. And as you guys can see, does not replace a fire extinguisher. So this is just in addition to it, which we got our fire extinguisher right over there. So it does have in our instructions this side up for when we are mounting it. And look at that, electric activation cable. Oh, that's kind of cool. I'm gonna have to read into how that works exactly, but this is pretty sweet. So based off my discussions looking into this will actually has fuses on it and will actually light when it does catch on fire and will then pop. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look at that today. Now, something cool, oh God, don't pop. Something else I did was on their website, there are a few of these guys. These are actually called their portables. It's actually like a portable aerosol unit, which is pretty slick. And so check this out. This is something that I'll probably add next to my fire extinguisher over there. It comes with a really cool mount. And there's almost like a pull pin, security pin on the bottom, and then you press the button and it shoots out this type of powder here. Let's take a look to help with putting out some of that fire. Type A, type B, type C, and type K. Oh, look at that. It's actually like cooking oil there. Yeah. Step 1, remove security pin. Step 2, point at source of fire. Step 3, press the button. Step 4, extinguish the fire. So I'm going to use this in addition to actually my fire extinguisher. Let's see. E-Fire USA, E-Portable Aerosol Fire Extinguisher. That's pretty slick. Last thing before we go testing this out. You see these 3? I'm giving away these 3 fire extinguisher balls to 1 lucky person. So how do you enter? Well, go ahead and comment down below. Where would you install these? You got 3. Comment down below, where would you install these if you won? And in 2 weeks, we'll pick 1 lucky winner, and I will ship these out to you guys, shipping entirely free. All right, let's go put this to the test. Oh! Oh! Oh my gosh, that was absolutely insane. Everything moved so quickly. Like, we put the ball in place over top of the mining equipment and the flame, and bam, it just went off so loud. Scared both of us. I don't even think we were even backed up far enough away. Granted, probably not the best testing method possible. You know, traditionally you would have these over top of equipment. A small little flame would start out of like electrical fire, and then these would go off, versus over top of a full-fledged little mini fire that we had back here. But regardless, crazy how effective it was. I mean, it was massive cloud of white smoke, I guess plume of the powder everywhere. There were lines in the grass for where it actually like went outward, and there were pieces of styrofoam that actually made up the ball that were like everywhere. It was absolutely nuts. These work so much better than what I would have expected. Absolutely replacing my current ones. All right, back inside the shed. These are so much bigger, and it's wild to think, like, we did our kind of test outside, but imagine that ball going off. It would cover this entire area. So I'm really glad I got as many as I did, covering all of these here. We got them all done underneath as well. And guess what? It may seem like overkill, and you might be like, oh my word, you spent that much on these things and they don't make you anything and they're not profitable. And I totally understand. But guess what? If I have one electrical fire in here, can you imagine the entire shed burning down? Now you're like, oh, well, do you have insurance and stuff? And I do have business insurance. The equipment as well is insured. However, would I rather have one little area that actually had a fire and that these saved my shed? Or would I rather come across my entire shed burnt down? Because I'm not here all the time. I know you guys aren't with your equipment all the time either. It's not like you're going to be freely available to run out and grab a fire extinguisher or something like this aerosol portable unit and be there. Now, granted, I have 2 different smoke alarms in here, and great, that's going to alert me. But let's be honest, I'm not here all the time. I'm rarely here. So I am going to depend on these things, and it's well worth it in my eyes to buy these 100%. So for mining farm operators, people that have mining containers or that actually have a full-fledged facility, the group over at eFire USA actually found on their website a demo of a HAFAC system, they call it, that is actually built for like mining containers and other facilities. Check out this quick clip. So I gotta ask, when your home crypto mining hardware catches on fire, what's your game plan?